What's up with a bash, with a nails done, and a hair did? Hey, except my hair never be done because I don't know how to do my hair, okay? I cannot do hair. I tried to do passion twist and it did not work, so I used this big ass headband to cover it up. Okay, but this is what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna let my insecurities stop me no more. So I was adopted when I was 18 months old, and it makes me smile because how I used to feel about it and how I feel about it now are totally different. Um, it doesn't bother me so much as an adult just because I understand like the hardships of life and how much of a struggle bus it really is. But I will say that the effects of being adopted, I was adopted into a family, and my mothers, they were lesbians. They actually split up when I was like 13. So then that was really a whole lot of, and then they sort of like developed their own families, with their new people. And that was kind of hard because I just felt like it was constantly having to like choose between like which side am I going to spend the holidays with, which side am I going to visit, blah blah blah. And it's just like super annoying. If anything, it's just really annoying. So to be honest, I've never really truly felt like whole. I've never really had like that core group of friends, core group of family where I'm just like feeling connected to people. I guess my whole life I haven't really felt like a real person. Truly, there's everyone says like I have no regrets. I actually do have some regrets, not gonna lie. One of my biggest regrets in life actually is not ever truly appreciating my natural hair. I grew up in a whitewashed town, whitewashed neighborhood, just a whole bunch of white people around me. And my whole life I was always like just really insecure about my natural hair, so I faked it. I wore fake hair, and that damaged my real hair, caused my real hair to fall out. And this year, 2022, has really just been like the start of my no longer like wearing fake hair. And I just try to like be as natural as I could all year and really try to grow my edges back. So it's been a long journey, but I'm glad I'm willing to change. I'm glad I'm trying to change. But yeah, I do regret that. I do regret going all through high school wearing fake hair. That's not cool. Basically, every single piece of advice that you got from an adult is true. Uh, you know, so it's interesting how much of the cliched advice you really relate to as an adult, and then you see yourself passing on that cliche advice. But I would say not everybody needs to be your friend. Some people are just acquaintances. Some people you can have a good laugh with, chop it up with, but they don't need to be like your ride or die. You can just have acquaintances. That's something I wish I would have learned in high school. That way I wouldn't have like probably had as much like overthinking about situations and people and things. Being alone, loneliness, like not having anyone that you could really truly ever connect with. That's like my biggest fear. So in a way I relate to Michael Scott.
What is Michael Scott's greatest fear?
Loneliness.
This is such a good question because creativity goes hand in hand with like studying and researching and learning. For me, like it's hand in hand, it goes together. Okay, you have to be willing to learn in order to create. So for me, I am creating or writing a novel, a fantasy, an epic fantasy. I've been writing it for like 6 years. I don't know how to write a book, but I've been teaching myself. And so that's definitely going to be some content on YouTube if you're into fantasy, romance, Vampire Diaries, all that stuff. Yes, girl. The other thing that I'm studying right now is the ancient Israelites, Egyptians, Sumerians, and how it relates to the Bible and God. It's a really interesting class. It's a 4-year class, but I'm retaking year 1 because there's so much reading, and I was not prepared for that the first time I did it. So now that I have an appreciation for it and truly want to understand these things, I decided to retake the first year. So that's taking up a lot of my time. And then the other thing that I'm working on right now is starting a business called Black Crowns University, where I'm developing planners, diaries, journals, notebooks, all things stationery. I'm really into it. I am going to close the video out here. Please comment below so that we can get to know each other, and subscribe so I can hit my goal of 1,000. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.